Welcome to Abhyana Yoga. This is Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutations for bigger bodies, but it's perfect for all bodies. Older bodies, bodies recovering from injury, inflexible bodies, bodies new to yoga. You're all welcome here. I'm going to give you 3 options. I encourage you to try them all so you can see what works best for your body. All you'll need is a yoga mat and a chair and a wall. All right, let's get started. This version of Surya Namaskar uses a chair. So we're going to start facing the chair. Make sure your chair is somewhere that's not going to slip on your yoga mat is ideal. And then just bend over. You can bend into your knees, grab the sides in front of the chair, and just walk back till your ankles are directly under your hips. That's your starting point. Bend into your knees now. Place one hand on the thigh, the other hand on the thigh, and we'll come back up. And here's where we begin. So hip distance apart for your feet, pushing into all 4 corners, and then grow nice and long through your spine. Arms at your side, palms facing forward. Breathe here. Find your breath. Feel your whole body from the top of your head down to your feet. And slow your breath down. And then as we inhale, push into your feet. The arms come up facing each other, only as high as your shoulders can go. If you can, bring the arms all the way back so that they're framing your ears. And then we're going to bend into the knees and come over to the chair. And keep your knees bent and continue with that flat back, your chest reaching down as low as you can go, while still maintaining this long spine. If your belly is a little bigger, your chest a little bigger, and it's blocking you, don't worry about it. Just go down as far as you can go. That's no problem. You'll still feel the benefit of the pose. All right? And then we'll inhale, push into your feet, straighten out through your spine, halfway lift. You can see I've got a nice long line here and a long line here. So push into your feet up to your hips, and then from your hips pull out nice and long through the top of the head. Beautiful. And then we're going to exhale and just step one foot back, and then the other, push high into your shoulders and come into plank. If you can only go back a little bit, that's fine. Listen to your body, push up into your shoulders. And from plank, just going to push the hips up and back, bring the head and spine down, coming into down dog. So now you're nice and long from hips to hands. You can see my heels are still off the ground. If you want, you can try to place them down, but if they're up high, that's okay as well. Breathe here. Your neck is long. We'll take one more breath here. And then as you inhale, look up and step one foot back and the other back into your mountain position, and halfway lift, nice and long in the spine, long in the legs. And then bend into your knees and forward fold. Nice and long in the spine. Go down as far as you can. You can straighten out your legs here a little bit if they'll allow it, but don't worry about that. Worry about your spine being long. All right. And then bring your left hand to your thigh, your right hand to your thigh for support while you're still down in this folded position. And if you have a belly, if your belly and thighs are connected here and you'd like to make a little more room, you can always use your hands to roll your thighs outward, and then your belly can go down in between your legs a little more. Beautiful. Just keep that back nice and long. And then we'll push our hands against the legs to come all the way back up. The arms will reach up high, and exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Every body is different, so you can experiment. If it works for you to be a little closer or a little further away, listen to your body, because every body moves differently. This version of Surya Namaskar uses a wall, And so we're going to place the mat in such a way that we can stand facing the wall. Reach your arms out at shoulder height, and the fingertips should barely touch the wall here. And right there, that's where you find your mountain. So same as before, feet are hip distance apart, pushing into all four corners of your feet, and then lengthening up through the top of your head, nice and tall. Arms at your side, palms facing forward. Gaze is straight out ahead. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And slow your breath down. And on the inhale, push into your feet and let the arms float up high to the sky, hands facing each other. Come back as far as by your ears, but wherever they land is totally fine. And as you exhale, bend into your knees. One hand comes to the top of your thigh, then the other, and then straight, long back, fold over. And as you come down, if your belly is getting in and legs are meeting and you're not able to go down any further, just use your hands to pull your thighs side to side outward so you can fold down a little bit further, belly between the legs. Beautiful. Just keep that nice long spine. And then we'll halfway lift, push into your legs, straighten the legs, straighten the spine. Breathe here, gazing at the ground. And then place one hand and the other against the wall and step one foot back and the other coming into plank. You want your hands about shoulder height, walk them up a little, tuck your tailbone, push your arms nice and long, push into your shoulders. This is plank. Beautiful. And you just want to tuck your tailbone. You don't want your butt to be out too far here, but listen to your body, whatever works for your body. Breathe here, gaze at the wall. And then for down dog, push your hips back. You can see my upper body hinges down, ears coming down between my arms. Breathe and gaze at the ground. Push the wall away from you. Long line from hips to hands. Long line from feet to hips. Breathe here. And then we'll come back up to plank. Step forward into mountain position. Bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. And we'll halfway lift. Long spine, long legs. And then bend your knees. If you want to, pull those muscles side to side to get your belly down in between your legs and forward fold. Keep that spine nice and long. And then push into your legs to come all the way back up. The arms floating up high. And then relax the arms down, back by your sides, back into mountain. Beautiful. All right, and this version also uses a chair, but it's a seated version. So place your chair in the middle of the mat and we'll come to a seated position in such a way that this crease between the buttocks and the legs is right on the edge of the chair. So scoot forward until your legs are off, but your whole butt is on the chair. All right, so you should feel like you're really sturdy. And what you want is this parallel line with your thighs. So look down and see if your knees are lower than your hips. You can place a blanket under your feet to raise them up. If your knees are higher than your hips, place the blanket underneath your feet. Whatever you need to get this nice line. And then we'll find mountain here so your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Push into your feet. Create that stability in your base. Bring your abdomen in and then lengthen through the top of your head. Shoulders relaxing down away from your ears. And the arms come down by your side, hands facing forward. And breathe here. Gaze is steady. Chin is parallel to the ground. And slow your breath down. Feel the power of this pose. Everything is engaged, not clenched, not sagging. Breathing here. And then we'll inhale, the arms coming all the way up. Tighten your belly even more to protect your back. Your hands face each other and bring the arms back as far as you can, as far as feels good to your shoulder. Keep your belly pulled in really tight and bring one hand and then the other down to your legs. And we'll forward fold. As you do, roll the thigh muscles out of the way to bring your belly down in between your legs. Hinging at the hips, a nice long back. If you want, you can bring those hands down to the ground in front of you. And then we'll halfway lift. Put one hand back up on the leg first, then the other. Tighten your belly really strongly and come up a little bit to straighten out through the spine. Nice and long here. Pushing into your feet, long in the back. And then we'll push back up and grab the sides of the chairs, really sturdy, long in your spine. Tighten your belly, and then one leg and the other comes out nice and long here. Inhale, flex those feet back. Make sure you have a sturdy grip on the chair, and then just lean your chest forward. Breathe here. Make sure you're leading with your chest. You're not crunching over. Your chest is coming down. This is our downward dog here. Breathe and gaze. Then we'll come all the way back up. The feet come back up under the knees, hands back to the thighs, and we're forward folding. Open up those thigh muscles side to side so your belly can come down and chest can come down in between. If you'd like, hands come down, nice and long in your spine. If you can come down a little further, just wiggle your way down in between your legs here. Just make sure that spine is long and that you're hinging at the hips. You're not collapsing down. And then to come up to halfway lift, one hand here, hand on the other leg, and lengthen it up. Pulling long, pushing into your feet, gazing at the ground. Beautiful. And push your way all the way back up. The arms float up, palms facing each other, belly in, stretching up at the top, and then keeping that length in your torso, and just let the arms float back down by your sides. If your belly and your chest or your legs are not allowing you to make that forward fold, you can just open up through your legs, move them side to side. It'll make your toes point out a little bit, and that's okay. Then from there, place your hands on your thighs just like before. Roll those muscles out of the way, and then use the support of your legs to forward fold. The chest leads the way, the back stays nice and long. Then your belly and chest can come down. You can still bring your hands down if you'd like. Stay nice and long in your back. We're still not collapsing down. Pushing up into your shoulders. And then to come back up into a halfway lift, just make sure you have one hand and the other on the thighs. Tighten the belly and then lengthen through the neck. Well done. I encourage you to try out all three of these sequences just to see how they feel in your body. You might be surprised at how different they feel than how they look on the screen. And if you try all three, then you'll know exactly what works for you in your body. You can follow along with my videos and you can adjust according to your body. Always listening to your body above what I tell you to do. If you like my content and love what I do, there's a link to my Buy Me a Coffee in the caption below. Thank you so much for your support. It helps me to create yoga content for you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again on the mat. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye, friends.